Sup everybody, it's D's World. Got another reaction. I'm about to react Joe Rogan with Ice Cube. He's talking about the Bud Light, the boycott. It's still going, man. This dude's lost so much money last 3 months or something like that. So it's about 8 minutes, so I'm gonna see what they talk about it. Now, I already talked about multiple times already. I don't even drink Bud Light when I drink beer. I like IPA. I like Modelo. Something like that. Switch it up and everything. But what do you think he's gonna say about it? I think he probably say, "Oh, how come?" He's like, "I ain't even tripping." But maybe why did they have to push it on it, when it's nobody don't really care? I don't think he's going to say something like that. They lost the money because people, oh, well, all right, let's go into it.
The only time it respects people's opinions is when people...
My bad. If I put my little thing on it.
The only time it respects people's opinions is when people boycott shit and it works, like this Bud Light thing.
Yeah.
And now people are like, don't do that again.
Yeah.
Like, be careful. Because look what happened to Bud Light.
Well, who controls Bud Light? That's the question. Why would they make a dumb decision like that? Are they trying to ruin Bud Light? And why would they want to ruin Bud Light? Are they trying to take down some of our most iconic American brands? And why would that help?
I don't think they were trying to. I don't think they had any idea this was going to happen. It's this ESG thing that everybody has to dedicate a certain amount of their time to, woke stuff.
Who man?
Yeah, because it was so random. Right there from the Super Bowl, but it wasn't Bud Light. It was Budweiser, and with the horse and everything, and it was like, oh, it's like American thing, and then maybe like 3 months later, something like that, or 2 months later, he had this, for Bud Light. It's like, ooh.
Who mandates that?
It's a good question. Where does the ESG money come from? Is that government? Like, where does that come from? And they have scores, and the ESG score of your corporation determines what you get. And the problem is also you get these people that are coming out of college, like this lady who made the decision for Bud Light. She's gone through the university system, she's in the corporate system, and she's a woman, and she thinks...
Well, you gotta think about that. People going in college now, people get like all radical and everything, like, oh, it's cool to be this and this and this, and that's why people get confused and stuff. Now that's why I'm starting to think about this the last couple of years. Like now, people right there, it's like, oh yeah, it's cool for this and this and this. It's like, dude, man, like, what if you have your beliefs? Oh, well, you're wrong. Oh, so. That's how it is, man.
Thinks, we have to be more inclusive, and that's all the language everyone's using today.
Yeah.
And so they don't know any real people. They don't know regular people. They have no idea that if you take a brand, Bud Light, which is like known for, blue collar drinking people, that they like to fucking watch football and drink Bud Light, and then all of a sudden you have this mentally ill person who's just an attention whore, and you make a big deal out of putting this person's 365 days of womanhood. You put that on a Bud Light can, and they freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then Kid Rock shoots a bunch of them, and then it's on. Once Kid Rock shoots your cans, you got real problems.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you do. Yeah, man. It's kind of like, I think you gotta still ask why.
Why?
You think there's like a conspiracy?
Well,
why?
Who's getting hurt? Who's getting hurt in this whole thing? Is it the Bud Light,
Anheuser-Busch,
brass? Will their bonuses be affected? Will their checks and salaries be affected? You got this lower level person fired, and a bunch of middle class guys are paying the price because you got distribution centers, the guys that deliver the beer nobody want, and now they're out of a job. Now you're really attacking the middle class.
Bud Light.
Oh, snap.
Take a by making a brand that's so big, take a hit like that. You
It
know,
says here, the quickest destruction of a company in history. Bud Light sponsors Toronto Pride Parade.
so you know it's.
Oh, when was this?
Oh.
That was just the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so silly.
Look
They're
at that.
leaning into it.
Like,
But
why
meanwhile,
would you-
the gays are mad at them. The Pride people are mad at them because they didn't support Dylan Mulvaney. So they like kicked it
They
out of
don't
gay
win.
bars.
You don't win. You know, either way
Yeah.
at the end of the day. But, you know, I think about the companies that own these companies, the people that own these companies, and why would they let a decision like that take the company down?
I don't think they thought it was going to. I think this is a legitimate public outrage one where they just pushed too far and people went, fuck you. And it wasn't even like a real like promotion. It was a thing they sent
Yeah.
a can to this person, this Dylan.
It looked like kind of like a social media when it happened. It wasn't on you know, not social media, but you know what I'm trying to say like that. It wasn't like they didn't have a big ones right there like on shows and stuff. Well, unless you go YouTube and all that, yeah, it's gonna get big, but it was like kind of like a cheap one to do it. You know, just somebody just put it on it. It was like, oh, this one, yeah, it's so cool. Boo, 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 boo. Everybody's like, oh, hell no.
Dylan Mulvaney
Hell
person.
no.
But I don't think it went anywhere else. I think it was just like, here, this is for you, and you put it on social media. They made some sort of a
Yeah, like
partner
that. See,
deal,
that's what I'm just saying.
you know, and that was it.
And
So
then
why Target do the same thing?
Well, I think that's an ESG thing. That's an ESG thing, right? And Target lost billions of dollars too, because people are sick of this shit. They're sick of social things like that are controversial getting stuffed into your face, and where you have to accept it.
Yeah.
And people are like, I don't want to accept it. It's just like,
Yeah,
just come
man.
here for fucking toilet paper.
Yeah, I think, you know, people got to keep it in perspective as well, too. You know, I don't think people grab a beer to be to learn about the newest social event
For
or the
real.
social situation
Yeah.
going on.
Right.
Grab a beer
yeah,
because you want
like I have a couple older cousins. They're like 50 years old and stuff. They've been drinking like Bud Light and Budweiser, but one of them he's still drinking Bud Light. And one time I'm like, hey, are you good though? You know, so he's like, to be honest though, I don't care about what anybody's saying. I'm still drinking that. You know, that's what I'm still drinking. It's my favorite, my beer. I don't even watch social media. I'm like, okay, I feel what you're saying. And I'm like, you sure? You sure you're not? Nah, I'm just
on a beer, hang with your buddies or hang, with people that enjoy beer.
I was like, come on, cuz, you better start like protesting too. I thought you're supposed to be protesting. He's like, nah, I don't do nothing like that. It's like, fight for the power.
Y'all
Fight the power.
Shoot the shit. And politics really shouldn't be in somebody's beer mug, you know?
They just don't.
Yeah,
get it.
yeah,
They
who
think it has to
cares?
be in everything. Everybody,
real,
because
about-
of social media, everybody feels like they're fighting some sort of social battle with everything they do. And
Yeah.
and this is one. This is another one. It's
Yeah,
like- it's like
100%.
forced compliance. You're forced to comply with this, and it's fucking up women's sports in a huge way. And some organizations are pushing back against that, and some people are pushing back against the organizations that are pushing back against it, which to me is insane. Like, if you care at all about biological women, you should be against that.
For real.
What if, like, LeBron said he wanted to play in the WNBA? Like, I'm retiring from the NBA because I'm 49 and I'm going to play in the WNBA.
Well, they wouldn't be able to
Shit.
stop it if he just decided to say publicly, I identify as a woman. What are they going to do? They can't do anything. And then that would be the end. It would be, Dave Chappelle has a bit about it.
Yeah.
For
LeBron
real.
scores 100 again tonight.
Well, there was some fucking knuckle.
I just got a triple double. Today was a good day. LeBron be like, just got in WNBA, got a triple double. 50 years old. Today was a good day. Didn't it?
That was getting an interview. They said, if Mike Tyson identified as a woman, should he be able to fight women? And they're like, well, the short answer is yes.
Lord.
It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It's okay. And there's also different specifications. It's like
They
what
probably
you have
die.
to do and how long you have to take hormones before you can identify as a woman and compete as a woman. Like, just fucking stop.
I mean, who's going to check all that?
Yeah. There's a reason why there's women's sports. And there's a
Yes.
reason why there's men's sports, and you're not talking about who you are, what your truth is. Live your truth.
I mean, Title IX just got, just turned what, 30 or
Yeah,
something like that. You know what I mean? So
protecting women's sports. Yeah,
yeah, which is great because it forces schools and they make a lot of money, in teaching whatever they teach in them schools, and they should carve out some for women to be able to play for their school. That's great. And so I don't understand. Sometimes things don't make crazy man sense, and when they don't make crazy man sense, I just back out.
For real.
I stop thinking about it.
Yeah, it's probably a good move.
It's like
you're
you
not gonna
think, but you
solve
just
it.
get out the way.
I mean,
Like,
people
I'm cool.
I think ultimately it gets solved where people just don't accept it anymore, and then hopefully it'll go. I mean, maybe they could just develop a transgender league where
Yeah, that's what they should do, huh? Get like a trans Olympics, all that kind of stuff. Hey, that's what they should do, though, man.
people play against
Yeah.
trans people. That would be great.
Why not?
But you can't pretend you're a biological female just because you wish you were.
Exactly.
Like, you can't pretend when it comes to women's sports. You can't pretend when it comes to women's rights issues. It's like that's not. This is you don't want men dominating that because that's what it
Yeah.
is. It's men entering to women's spaces.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Let LeBron over there to play the WNBA. He have the most dunks in like one game inside the WNBA. The whole history in the WNBA. Probably dunk on anybody. 50, 45 years old, 50 if he did, or anything like that. Who else is somebody over there that could probably shoot? I would even say, let's put Jordan. He's what, like 60, almost 60. Shoot, I bet you could probably. I know he can still dunk right now. Shoot, he probably just have like 50. 50. He gonna have 50 right there.
Whether they're
Ultimately.
they identify as a woman, that's great. But you're a biological male,
Yeah.
and you want to compete against them. You want to play rugby against women? Get the fuck out of
You
here.
ain't getting knocked out.
Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy.
No, they want to dominate.
They want to dominate.
Well, hey man, that was a good conversation right there. Ice Cube. Ice Cube's cool. You can tell who's cool. It's cool as ice because he's Ice Cube. Yeah, straight out of Compton. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, man, what do you got to think about that? I agree with them 100%. Both of them. Joe Rogan, I like his podcast. Everybody does, though. That's why it's popular like that. But everything else, I agree. The whole thing, like I said. And yeah, Bud Light just messed up their money. I seen that right there to the last from Gay Parade and everything. Everybody's trying to like show love and everything. But where was yet when they lost all the money with that last months right there? Just because they're going to make money just that one day. And then they're going to come over there and just going to be bankrupt again. Man. Stupid. Alright, man. Tell me what you think about this inside the comments right now. Alright. Like, subscribe, show love. Alright. Like.